are finally back.
God.
Dustin, you look so different today.
Justin has,
You're welcome. It's much better, isn't it?
Justin is transformed for
Transition. Let's be PC here.
First off, let's start this episode with a big apology. We've had some issues with the last couple of recordings, and as a result, we have not been able to post in over a month. But we're back.
Yeah. That's like waiting for Game of Thrones.
What?
Or Walking Dead.
Oh, I don't know that. I haven't seen that show. I've seen a lot of people posting about it, and that and what the Angry Inch. What was that I did?
Hedwig.
Oh, Hedwig.
He's never heard of Hedwig. Can you believe that?
You are kidding.
No.
That's what I said. How did that be first?
So we obviously have a new member on our panel today, subbing in for Dustin, who is out in Hawaii. Hey, Mason, introduce yourself. Tell us some stuff about you.
I'm Gabriel Mason. What would you like to know?
Let's see. Just give us some info. What do you do? What's your interesting fact about Gabriel? Former mortician's proper term?
Sure.
Former
Yes.
mortician?
I was an embalmer for 12 years.
Ooh.
Previous life. And I love the dead people.
Dustin is being blazed.
I see dead people.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. That's what we said.
It is sad.
But you don't do it anymore.
Kiki is so freaked out right now. I love it.
Oh my God. I can give you a makeover. No. But all you have to do is lay flat on your back for pretty still.
It's like any Saturday night for me.
God.
I'm playing, babe. I'm playing. So, well, I've always had, I got some questions then since I always.
They do not sit up.
They don't?
No.
Have you
You
ever
were gonna
had?
ask me that one.
Well, no. Has there ever been like an erection on a corpse that you worked
No.
on?
A lot of people say that there is too, but that's what causes an erection is blood flow. The blood flow stops when the heart stops. So, no erection. And no, they don't sit up. And everybody knows somebody that knows somebody, and I have this conversation day in and day out, I swear to God. Every time someone finds out that that's what I did for a living, or even when I was doing it, that's the first question. Do they sit up? Because my grandfather's hairstylist, neighbor's, barber's twin saw somebody sit up when they were in the morgue, because, so many people visit the morgue on a regular basis. This is what I tell them. You, as a in-shape person, if you were to lay flat on your back and just randomly sit up, you probably couldn't do it unless you're like really, really, you do fitness stuff, which I don't believe in. But you can't do it, and neither can a dead body because the muscles don't work anymore. And a lot of people say, well, if the muscles atrophying, and that, to an extent, is true, but you're not going to see somebody sit up. You might see slight movement. The best story, here's a good story. The best story that I had was when I was relatively new. One of the things that you have to do is break rigor mortis. And to do that, because embalming is an arterial process, and rigor is enzymes which make the muscles stiffen and clamp down on the arteries, and you want the muscles to be relaxed so that the fluid can go through the arteries. So you have to... So one of the very first times when I was doing this, and I knew what it was, so it didn't freak me out, but it was still a little bit freaky. So I had this dead person's hand, like this, and I went to straighten the arm out, and his hand...
Did your heart stop?
How many black people do your job?
There are actually lots of black funeral homes, so quite a few. But yeah, just I know where you're coming
Kiki,
from.
black people can do that too. They swim. Did you know that?
Don't play hockey.
No.
No, they don't.
I just saw an article today about a black hockey player that hit a kid in the head with a puck
So
accident.
when you're breaking rigor mortis, do they crick?
Is it crack?
Yeah. It's like, cracking your knuckles.
Oh my goodness. We're learning so much.
Dead people 101. Send me your questions, I'll answer.
No, we don't need to talk about it.
Yes, we do.
I involved Maury Amsterdam.
Oh, who?
Maury Amsterdam. Did you ever watch Dick Van Dyke?
Wasn't that like a show in the 50s?
Yes.
It wasn't the 50s, but...
Come on, it's on
It's in black and white.
TV.
Yeah.
Okay, Denver Pyle. Uncle Jesse from Dukes of Hazzard. I involved him.
Uncle Jesse?
Uncle Jesse.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
My finger band.
Oh,
Yes.
I admit bodies creep me out a little bit, and it's a little difficult for me at funerals.
My body's fucking.
What about that case last
Well, if it's somebody you know, that is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even, I mustered up the courage at my grandmother's funeral to lay a kiss on her forehead, and I could tell.
Well, it's because I see the funk that they come in with.
And what they're masked with before they...
Yeah.
So what happened last week? Did you hear about that incident last week where they apparently had a woman in a body bag and she died trying to escape?
Yeah. You know, and this is the second time it's happened fairly recently.
Go ahead.
And it's like, what the hell is the doctor not doing to properly,
Ensure they're dead?
right? I mean, it's like they have a stethoscope, hello.
My goodness.
A mirror under the nose, that is a legitimate factor in determining if the person is dead, is putting a mirror
Oh
under
my
the
God, I used to my grandmother all the time.
nose. On purpose.
Sleep.
She lied.
Oh my gosh.
I'm with it.
Getting her pills. All right, well,
Okay, that's great. That's
welcome
great.
aboard.
Thank you.
Yeah, dead people. We see them. RuPaul's Drag Race. Have y'all caught up?
I just realized I'm 1 week behind.
You're 1 week behind.
Because we moved and we didn't have cable last Monday.
That's fine, because that means when this thing finally airs, you'll be 2 weeks behind, and the rest of us will be 1 week behind.
I'm a few seasons behind.
I'm a week behind also.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So, okay, all right.
Well, we can still talk about who we like, though, right?
Watch on demand.
Well, what did you think about? So who was the last person that you both know of has been voted off? Not voted off, but sashayed away. You don't know?
Shit.
Was it?
Somebody I obviously didn't care enough about.
Was it Gia, the Asian Kardashian?
Yes. Yes.
That's the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
The last one that I saw.
After that was
No.
Milk.
I saw milk.
Me.
I saw milk.
Okay, I knew that was coming though, but it hadn't happened yet.
So what
But
do
I
you think
saw.
about Milk?
Does about a good.
He's a cute boy. He's cute.
Yes.
But what do you think about him as a drag queen?
Jay,
Weird.
I didn't. I was just not,
I don't wonder who's really a drag queen.
or just wanted to be on the show.
Right.
Comedian to me.
Right, because his other stuff was really interesting. We did the Pinocchio thing. That was actually really cool. The detail, and I think Santino made a comment about how if she was going to try and come out and glam it up, that he didn't put as much detail into his outfit as he does when he did the RuPaul in Boy. And then, so yeah, I wonder if he was just got himself on the show somehow. And what do you think about that? What do you think about Milk?
I thought milk was hilarious. I fell out of love with milk when I saw her pregnant.
That was a weird boy. That was a weird one.
That would turn me off.
I was like, what the hell?
What do you think about this interesting parent? And I saw this happening. It's funny that the two drag queens that we mentioned unaired episode of I mentioned my two favorite drag queens was Bianca Del Rio and Delano. And now they seem to be teaming up together to tear others together.
Forming an alliance.
Yeah, and it's good because I can't stand a stronger bitch. I'm sorry, and I know you like her because she's like you, but I don't know. You said you're like a stronger.
I feel like I'm farther behind than I am, but maybe a lot happened in the last episode.
Is that the one with the whip to him?
The one you said when she took her moment that was like me, I will take
Oh,
my
I
moment.
liked her because she said that shit. I didn't like her. I don't like her.
No?
I'm not on the show.
Stop it.
Ring with them.
Would you qualify?
Yes.
You would?
They took the cities to be on that show.
I don't think I
Well, Carmen Carrera was
Yeah, Colin Carrera was on.
the first season. Sonique.
so neat.
And they've made like an issue about it, and
Is that
RuPaul has said, no, this is okay, because
She was here for a while.
She wasn't the one that said she was from Chicago and so neat.
I don't remember,
She a big
but I
girl?
know that year after that episode, who's the other one that's from San Diego?
Oh, there's so many.
Chad Martin.
But
No, well, that same season is Sonique. Anyway, she dragged her over to the trans booth at Pride
yeah.
to introduce us because Sonique wanted to get involved with the trans community, and we talked and stuff and exchanged information, and I tried to reach out to her to
Did Sonique have the two piercings on the bottom?
No, she was blonde.
So make it gorgeous.
And well, not blonde. No, she didn't have piercing. She was blonde.
Okay. Well, I
No,
thought
that was Raven.
Raven. There we go.
Raven was
Okay.
cool. I like Raven.
Well, I think this season's actually turning out pretty good. I like you, I had stopped watching for a few seasons, but for some reason, I admit the commercials had milk, and I thought, ooh, milk is a cute boy. I'm gonna watch it for that reason. But the minute I started watching, milk was quickly off the radar because it's just drag wasn't that it was bad. It just the others were more interesting for me. The others were definitely more interesting. And Bianca Del Rio's comebacks as Judge Judy in the Snap game.
That's funny.
That was great. But what do you think about that posting on YouTube where she's being accused of being racist?
Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw you post about it, but I haven't seen it because I wasn't sure if it was gonna like spoil me from last week or whatever. So I didn't. I
think this was probably done a couple months ago before.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what it was.
This show went on. Yeah, a club in San Francisco. What do you think? Any thoughts on
What
it?
happened? Just kind of tell us
Well,
it.
apparently she was doing a show, and in her show she said some pretty racist things about Hispanics or the Latino community.
Okay.
In her comedy, and apparently one of the audience members got the mic and
Got up on stage
with her and just told her that if she didn't, she should watch what she said, that she's being racist, and the Latino community gave her her career and would take it away.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
she
my.
just
Don't fuck with a bitch with a mic.
right because she came back pretty.
Get paid to talk shit.
She came back pretty hard, and I think the thing she's, you know what? I'll make you feel bad. Selena is dead.
Oh my God.
I had to admit that was funny.
Drive me was funny also.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about that accusation? Racism. I mean, we were talking about this before. What do you think, Kiki? I mean,
I swear I've never met a racist drag queen.
okay.
I have not. And then one of my friends outside before we got in, he said he had known one. Well, I have never met one. And until then, we talk shit just to talk shit, because that's what we get paid to do.
Right.
Talk shit. Sarcastic bitches. I do it at my job all the time. I call you a white bitch, crackhead. I'll call you any damn thing to make someone laugh.
That's saltine American.
Saltine crackers.
Well, there we go.
I said it all.
Well, yeah. And I think it's kind of stupid, in my opinion, too. It's kind of like the same difference of going to a Lisa Lampanelli show and you know what her comedy
What her
is about.
shtick is.
You know what you're going for. It's a roast, basically.
Yeah.
And Bianca Del Rio is obviously one of those roast comedians. I mean, that's what she's about. So,
Don't get your panties in a wad.
yeah, just
Excuse me.
Yeah.
tuck your taco, go somewhere else if you don't like
People
the show. It's-
are
Too soft.
too damn sensitive these days. I have a coworker and we constantly talk crap at work. She's Asian. And
It's okay.
so I'm pointing that out right now because
Okay.
of the racist pig that I am. And we'll talk about, she's from Hawaii and I lived there for a while, and the thing with the culture in Hawaii is they'll talk shit about everybody. We can say that on here, right? Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay, good, sorry. And it's like, is it being racist if you're being observant about certain habits that certain races have? Is that being racist or is that being observant?
Racist.
Observing.
They said nope.
Racist.
Racist?
It's racist. I think so. I mean, if you're observing something that pertains to a particular race, then by definition, it's racist.
If everybody's doing it's not racist, you see what people do.
But you're saying that a certain group of people are doing it,
Like if you say something like,
then it's racist.
you know, I've noticed that Asians
Asians-
eat rice.
Okay, well,
See, everybody eats
but
rice.
that's like a cultural thing.
Right.
Right.
So is
But if you, I was thinking you were gonna go somewhere else with it.
But in her, I was about to. But
I was gonna.
I feel like that's a racist stereotype.
the worst drivers here in San Diego, and they
That's
aren't
not
Asian.
culture.
I'll tell you that shit.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I just got hit by a car at UCSD.
And-
Just saying.
Who?
Nothing.
USDA?
Yes.
At USDA. Okay.
USDA.
Well, we're gonna take a quick break because we have some other topics to come back to, but that's a pretty good start. Oh, we'll see.
Oh yeah, none of us have anything.
All right. talking about sensitive, Andrew Sullivan, you guys know who that is?
No.
There's been a recent controversy over the firing of the Mozilla CEO.
I thought he resigned.
Well, he
Asked
resigned
to
because
resign?
he was forced to resign, sort
Okay.
of. Like there's
So
no
basically he was fired.
right.
Gotcha.
So, for those who don't know, apparently the CEO of Mozilla, I forgot his name, Bright? Eric? I'll find that in a second.
Mr. Mozilla.
Yeah, he's one of the co-founders of the CEO of Mozilla, and apparently he made a $1,000 donation to the Prop 8 campaign in California back in 2010.
That bastard.
And by doing so, when he assumed the leadership of Mozilla, apparently the board did not like that and pressured him to quit. And now there's a whole bunch of people. Andrew Sullivan is one of those bloggers out there. He's gay. He's LGBT, saying that the LGBT community is becoming more like the religious right, demanding resignations and people's heads on the platter for how they think, and that we're no more better than the right wing who do the same thing on their end. What say you?
That sounds stupid as hell. What the hell?
I don't recall ever hearing demands for his head.
Thank you. Me either. I mean,
I'm on Facebook 24 hours a day.
where do we organize? I didn't get an invite. I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
It's not like it was Chick-fil-A. We saw everyone saying, don't do that, don't go there.
Yeah, don't go to Chick-fil-A. Yeah, never been there.
I admit, personally, I thought about not using the Mozilla thing just
I
for
saw that
some-
OkCupid asked for boycott, which I thought was kind of cool on their part, but I don't think anybody held a gun to their head.
Right.
Yeah. But other than that, I didn't really hear any outrage.
The outrage came afterwards when he was fired.
Oh, so then it's all the homeless.
But that's my point is that we didn't demand, or at least to my awareness, there was no organized thing for us demanding that he resign because of that. His board demanded his resignation.
Probably a lot of gay people on the board.
And if that's the case,
Bam, gotcha.
Yep.
if that's the case, then, I mean, why is that not okay? Why can't the religious groups have their thing like the Million Moms Against Ellen, and, groups like the WVC, how come they're allowed to?
Because Jesus told them to.
Jesus, Jose, and Sergio, and
Yes.
why are they? I just don't get this whole attacking that we're now just out to get blood now.
It's another way to attack the LGBT community.
That's
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
You're welcome.
I'll be all We'll go with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's being hypocritical, but it's a fight fire with fire thing. They see how, it's effective, and so therefore they're going to use that accusation because we've used that accusation. So that's my guess.
Just to leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah, I get that. What about you, Courtney? Got anything on that?
Well, this is like the first time I'm hearing about it, so I didn't even.
You did not do your homework, did you?
I saw the posting, and then I was.
Yes.
Did that one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw the post, so I felt like I understood what was.
There was an article about people who just skinned
No, no.
Facebook posts. We'll
I'll
talk
read
about that
like
next
2
week.
lines, and I'll be like, okay, boy.
That's so boring.
I'm sorry. I'm on spring break from work right now. I'm
Yeah.
not doing anything.
Aw, that must've been
Same
fun.
with videos. If it's over 2 minutes, I can't watch it.
My thing is if I don't like you, if you don't like me, there's enough people out there in that category. Okay, but you should. I'm not one to tell someone they can't think the way they want to think. If they don't like me because I'm gay and because they're religious and they have their beliefs and they've been brought up to believe a certain way, all right, fuck you. Do what you got to do. Just leave me the hell alone.
I
Yeah.
have a rule of thumb.
What's your rule of thumb?
If you don't feed, fuck, finance, or fix my shit, fuck you.
Right.
I don't do any of those things.
But see, you're a friend. So your
Okay.
opinion would matter
Okay.
because you're a friend.
Okay.
Anyone else on the outside, the 4 F's apply.
That's a good one.
Right.
Another favorite is what anybody else thinks of me is none of my business.
I like that. I like that a
And
lot.
I use that a lot with people people that, ooh, so-and-so called me a name. You know what? Is that going to affect your life? No.
Right.
What does it matter?
But we also have our own individual rights. Just speaking for myself, and people should have their own individual rights. That if they don't like a company because they have an anti-gay CEO, then it should also be my choice. That should be respected to not use their product.
That's right. Yeah, and so maybe if your business is going down and your board decides you're at fault and we want to get rid of you,
Right.
That's not our fault, that's your fault, still.
You're dragging them down.
Right, and this is why the battle to get donors' names released in these elections has become such a hot button issue, because now they're saying, remember we lead up to the last election, the state of Maine would constantly said you must release the names of your donors who are going against their marriage acts during that time, and they fought it all the way to the Supreme Court. By that point, the election had already passed, it was too late, but we won anyway.
Wow.
So.
Well, you can always go get a job at Hobby Lobby now.
Yeah, well. Yeah, enough of that. What do you think about the human Barbie?
You know what? Who cares?
We had Angeline from back in the 80s in LA.
Who?
Angeline?
Who's Angeline?
Does she do the same stuff?
Angeline was, and yeah, she's still around. She was kind of like the Kim Kardashian of the 80s, famous for being famous.
Okay.
She didn't really do anything, but she had her picture on billboards all over LA. And she was kind of the big boob, blonde, plastic surgery. Apparently, the rumor has it, because I don't really know the truth behind her, that she had a rich husband and would put her on billboards because she wanted to be famous. And she drove a pink Corvette. And every once in a while, on her license plate said Angeline. And every once in a while, there'd be Angeline sightings. And there still are around LA. Every once in a while, I see stuff on Facebook. But now she's like this because she's 157 years old now. So her plastic almost. Yeah. So that's exactly who I thought of when I first started seeing this Barbie chick. It's like she wants to be famous for being plastic.
So when you're embalming people who've had a lot of plastics, going back to the embalming, sorry.
Back to dead people.
Does that change at all after they, I know it's only within a few days of their death, but...
There's so much that matters. I mean, even a natural, because there's muscle tissue. And when the muscle relaxes and the person is laying on their back, the facial tissue and muscle will tend to sag back. But there are things that you can do to massage the tissue as you're embalming, because the formaldehyde is what causes that firmness of that tissue. And
Kiki's so done.
Does that work for you?
Hashtag done.
This is all natural.
Yeah. But I don't think that I've ever really encountered, other than boobs and implants, penile implants. So I don't know.
Penile what?
Yeah, penile implants with a pump.
Oh, it's like attached to their body when they're still?
Yeah. Yeah, the pump parts in the testicles. And
Do you do it just to see?
I actually did, yeah. Because I thought it was, well, one of the things you have to do is you have to do a case analysis and note that any, defects or anomalies on the body.
Because they're dead.
Yeah, but just in
Defects,
case.
if they're under something, bye, goodbye, drop them in the ground.
Families,
See you later.
when people are grieving, they become so unreasonable that if the slightest thing goes wrong, you have to cover your ass.
Their penis has to be a certain way.
Exactly.
I guess you have to look out for everything.
You just never know. Seriously, people will come up. One of my favorite stories to tell is one time I had this kid. When I say kid, I mean younger than me, so that's pretty much everybody. He was in his 20s at the time, and he had hair like this. And the family threw a hissy fit because we didn't brush his hair. So I had to go up and meet with the family. I'm so sorry. Let me take care of that for you. Took a brush, raked it over his stubble while they watched, and that diffused the situation. But because they're in such a state of grief,
Yeah.
everything is out of control. They want one thing that they can have control over, and that one thing will make all the difference in the world. And it's really hard to remember that when you're dealing with a grieving family. So
His shoes untied.
yeah, seriously,
wow.
seriously, stuff like that. I had one old man one time. His wife was dead, and she had a button-up shirt. And part of the thing when you're presenting them in their casket is you want them to look comfortable. So this woman's button-up shirt, if I would have buttoned the top button, she would have looked like this. So I left the top button unbuttoned. He was pissed off that we didn't take the time to button that top button. I'm so sorry, sir. Let me take care of that for you. Button that button, her double chin came out more. But he was happy because he could control that one thing.
See what human Barbie did?
Yep.
She enlightened us on embalming and
Embalming and
massaging dead
I don't give
tissue.
a shit about embalming.
How about cremation? How do you feel about that?
I don't give a shit
Yeah.
about that either.
I'm afraid of cremation.
I am too.
Because I'm not absolutely sure what happens when you die, first off. So, well, but
To
is
you,
the brain
yeah.
still getting signals somehow? I mean, even though they say it's not, I mean, you will never really know until you're dead. And the last thing I want to see is my feet burning and, you know, like,
As you're
You know
going.
what? I
As
should
go-
punch you in your damn throat right now. You're damn dead.
I think everything stops.
I want to be in there like, what was that movie, Scrooge? Remember in Scrooge?
Yeah.
That's why you don't want
Man,
it.
he was just burning and
He was not dead though.
Oh, it's horrible.
We'll have everybody check to make sure that you're dead. We'll call all of the press can come and
Stay
check.
out of the body bag.
Aw.
Oh my God, Ray the producer, you'll probably just
Put a
throw
water
water on me, make
just
sure
in
there's no
case.
melting or anything like that.
Mama, that's gonna know what the hell we're doing.
So we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with the rest of our
Let's
episodes.
talk about
guys.
Again?
Goonies never die though.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about what you're about to talk about.
Goonies, they might be having a sequel, and I'm kind of excited.
I'm kind of excited too, but it's one of those things. Like leave good alone.
No.
You want to hear something really weird?
Tell us.
No, you're
Oh my God.
I promise.
I bombed the mother on Goonies.
I've never seen Goonies.
Oh.
That's, you know what, I know somebody else who hasn't seen Goonies too. So you have some time before the sequel
Yeah.
comes out.
And everybody I know that's in my age group, 157, that's like their favorite movie.
80s,
you know?
it's 80s.
Oh, I love that movie.
I'm like,
I think that movie set me up for why I have always had a lifelong crush on, what's his name, the little boy, Sean Astin. Because when that came out, we were about the same age, and I just remember
He's
thinking,
nerdy in that movie.
Sean Astin?
Yeah, he's not like the cute boy. He's not like the cute brother. I said he's nerdy.
Oh, the little boy? He was so cute, and I was the same age, and I was always in love with him. And then when he came out in Rudy, oh my
I
God.
love Rudy. And I hate sports.
Mini
That was
tissue box. I just love him. He's so cute. Even when he's chunky. What was that movie? 40 Dates?
Yeah, 50 First Dates.
50
I just watched that last week.
That was him?
Yeah, he was a little.
He's the brother who's like using the steroids or whatever.
He's so cute and chunky. But Goonies, I don't know how they're talking about it, and
They want to get the whole cast back.
they want to get the whole cast back. Well,
It's like 30 years.
Dead?
What?
None of that.
everyone's alive still.
Oh, shit.
The other Corey died.
Haim? No,
Haim.
Yeah. Haim.
Yeah. But Corey Feldman did say that he was not exactly ready to sign on yet. He wanted to see the script. And it's kind of funny because people are making fun of him, like, do you really have
Anything else? to
anything
go
else to do?
Right.
Even if it's a horrible movie, you know, you should do it. I would hate to see them come out with a movie that would kind of let me down. So I'm kind of wondering what they might do. Maybe their kids will get together. Their kids had kids.
That you know, like
Son
a.
of Goonies.
It's like the new Boy Meets World that they're having the kids
Oh,
are
yeah.
in
Is
it.
it
Girl Meets World.
That might
How I Met
work.
Your Mom?
I think that would work. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool. But I wouldn't like to see those old people running around
How I Met Your
doing
Father.
an adventure through tunnels.
Yeah, is that what
That
it's
lady
like?
died though, the maid in the original Goonies movie. She just died recently, so she wouldn't be able to.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Remember when Corey Feldman was telling her that they kept the sex toys and the
Yes,
slaves up-
yes.
I have to watch this movie.
Yeah, you really do. You
It
really
was
do.
good. Yeah.
It's a cult classic movie, so
What was his
it's.
name with Chunk? No, Chunk. Who was his friend in that movie? The Hey you guys. I can't remember his name. You'll relate to him.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That was a little bit of an insult. That was a little bit of an
Just a
insult.
little bit.
I know where you live. And I know how to hide bodies.
Oh, you did.
And how to embalm them.
He's really pushing my face back.
No, he won't give you that respect.
No, you're pushing it back instead of forward.
Yeah.
What's one segment without death?
You're gonna turn me into
This is the death segment.
Ken doll.
You're killing me.
I get that.
So we did something a little different this time. We went straight into topics. Normally we start off with a whole bunch of what we did, but I was kind of finding that maybe people were zoning out before they got to the good juicy stuff that we were going over.
That people don't care about us.
I know. How dare they? You don't know how fabulous we all are. Speaking of fabulous, Courtney, how's it been now? It's been a month since.
It's been a long time.
It has?
'Cause I had some P-flag, and now I just moved 2 weeks ago.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. How's that going?
Actually, it was a week ago.
I loved your post about the puppy leaving tracks on the.
No, it's a wood floor. We have wood floors now. And I was like all excited, and I like mopped it, and they looked beautiful, and went to bed, woke up, and Gary, my husband, had like let her back in. There's little paw prints all over the place. I was like, oh my gosh, is this what I have to deal with? But it's fine.
That was a beautiful
fine.
pic the next day with him guarding the door.
Yeah. She's
guarding the door.
Phyllis, the dog, the
The dog
Jack
has a
Russell.
human name?
Oh, I love animals with human names, and it's even better if their name sounds like they're an old person. She's named after Phyllis from The Office.
Olivia.
So,
Beatrice,
yeah, like Edna or something like that, or
Alice,
yeah, that's like old.
Hazel.
That's cute. That'll have to be the next one.
Oh, wow. So how are things at the center, Gabe? With the groups that you're doing?
Century.
Century? Tell us about some of the groups that you've been working with over there.
So I facilitate, I should have been there tonight actually, but no, I'm here instead. You're welcome. I facilitate the transgender coming out group every Monday night at 7 o'clock. I also facilitate the SOFA group. SOFA stands for Significant Others, Friends, Families, and Allies of Trans People, and it's where they can come together and discuss their issues as they're transitioning with their child or partner or friend. So that can be pretty interesting because there's stuff that they can't say to their loved one, but they need their own place to be able to work through things. So it's really cathartic, I think, because they can talk to other people going through and they are all going through the exact same thing. It's kind of funny, their stories are all so similar. Also, through Project Trans at the Center, coming up on April 17th, we're going to be having a panel of trans people, and it's specifically for the LGB community at large because oddly enough, most LGBT people don't really get trans issues.
That's so true.
Geared
That
towards
really is
them,
true.
so they can ask us other things besides what's in our pants and what was our birth name.
I'm amazed when more straight people get it, when you explain why they should say, or not say, but why things are a certain way, and they get it and they register and they correct whatever that is. But LGBT or LGB,
They don't get it.
they don't.
They see a lot of us, like especially trans men. This is what I've gotten. I'm going to use I statements here so I can be politically correct. Some of the issues that I've dealt with is lesbians feeling that trans men are betraying the lesbian community because they're transitioning.
Wow.
Well, for one, I never was in the lesbian community because I've never liked women. No offense to the women. Sorry.
It's okay.
I've always been attracted to men, so I'm sorry that I didn't deny any lesbian community because I was never a lesbian. So that's some
I'm
of
a
the-
lesbian.
I can tell. You look great in plaid.
Only if I'm working in the yard.
But then so you were saying that about like the lesbian, so I know a trans man who's gay too, and he says that everybody says, well, wouldn't it have just been easier if you didn't transition?
Yeah, and that especially if you like men. It's like, yeah, why didn't you just stay as a woman?
Yeah.
What people don't tend to realize is that orientation is about who you're attracted to. Gender identity is about how you feel about yourself. So I've always felt manly.
Completely get that.
So yeah, April 17th at the center. So
Thursday, right? Thursday night?
I think yes. I think
Yeah,
it is
17th,
Thursday.
yeah. Because 420 is Sunday, Easter. Well, okay.
Oh my God.
Somebody's a pothead.
Yeah, we know what you're doing on Easter.
My virgin years. He's also a lush.
You really need help.
I'm going to smoke the Lamb of God. How's your month been, Kiki? We haven't seen you.
You're
in a while.
ruining it.
Too many dead people.
He said I'm gonna smoke the
My
Lamb of
month has been
God.
great.
Kids? I saw you post something about sitting in the back of the seat of the car with your nephew or someone.
I love how you call everyone out on what you see on their Facebooks.
You said, I'm being nice, I'm sitting in the back of the car or something like that.
No, I did not. I don't sit in the back of no damn car.
What were you talking about?
But you're on there 18 hours a
I was
day.
talking about.
Anything else going on?
Nothing else is going on, but on the 12th of May, I go back to the college.
USD.
You. Okay, here we go. UCSD.
Yes.
Yes. Yay, I finally got it. All right.
Bingo. It takes you forever. We can say it and then you go, what?
USDA. I know. Homogenized.
One of the SDs, something or other.
Yeah. Well, everything has been going well with on my end of the spectrum, except for our poor team. We lost. We had a 6-game winning streak, and we just lost 2 games. Yes. Sorry, Baja Betties.
And you could have been at your restaurant when I brought my 2 people in.
That's right.
Oh, I brought 10 people to his restaurant.
Oh my
They were
goodness!
And he wasn't there.
Everyone was happy, and
Was he playing baseball?
and
Yes.
the owners even went to your church and had a sit-down meeting with the staff at your church.
Awesome.
Just to let them
Very
know
cool.
that
And they talked about embalming.
we want.
They did. We're gonna embalm at your restaurant. So I have a kit. You know, my kit will drop.
All I can think about is massaging an embalmed
Should I
face.
talk about tarantulas instead? Because I have some.
No.
Oh, ooh.
No, I don't.
I'm okay with
I'm,
spiders.
Halloween is not me.
No.
Scary shit, bugs. I walk around my house with a can of Raid.
It's in her purse.
Chasing fruit flies.
You're like walking in. Is that Febreze? No.
Like this
Rage.
Everybody's like poisoned in your house all the time. Nobody can breathe.
The dogs go.
Howard's passed out every day.
The dogs go. Here's that bitch with her.
So those following the AFCSL, America's Finest City Softball League, there are no games next weekend on the 13th because there is a tournament in Phoenix that many of our teams are going. So if you happen to be in the Phoenix area, please come out and support our teams. And then the following weekend, there are no games because it's Easter Sunday on April 20th.
Hallelujah.
And he'll be
Or
smoking.
And then,
spring solstice.
and then the following weekend, isn't that
The following weekend is not Mother's Day. What?
Mother's Day? Fuck Mother's Day. I was talking about white party. Isn't that?
White party. Back to racism.
White.
I just know it's around Easter. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, it is white party. Well, we may not be here.
I
for a
mean,
while.
not like that'll like affect me. I won't
Well,
be
producer
there.
Ray, I think he likes to make a trip down to the white party, don't you? No? Oh, okay.
Wasn't Dinah Shore this past week?
Yeah, this past weekend. Next weekend's Coachella. The next weekend's Coachella.
So yeah, lots of stuff going on, and
shit about
AFCSL
that
will be
white
back a
party.
week after
Where's the white party at?
after Easter.
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. That's legendary. I
Oh,
wish I could
yeah,
go
this
out to it.
weekend.
I'm going to see Kiss.
Oh, nice.
What?
I'm going to see Kiss.
With or without Adam Lambert?
No, that's Queen.
Oh.
Shame on you.
He could be in either one.
He
But
really.
enough of that. Once again,
Oh my
thank you
goodness.
very much for joining
That's
us here
awesome.
on They Said. We will be back pretty soon. We promise we got these issues fixed with the sound. And I'm being saying, oh, and don't forget you can download any of our episodes or watch on hsss.tv.
And this will be your favorite one, undoubtedly.
And don't forget,
Sorry,
here at the
Dustin.
Brass Rail Monday nights, we have
Dustin
80s
got it.
night. And I forgot what they call the Latin nights on Saturday.
Latin night.
Fuego something Fuego.
Latin
Fire.
night.
I don't know.
What kind
Whatever.
of message are you?
The one that doesn't know
The
shit.
one with an American birth certificate. All right.
Oh, racist.
Until next week, we're out. See you next week. Get in
I'm gonna
line.
say this to you.